Welcome to Race Max Pro. This is my E-Class AC Cobra done up in a gentleman's rally Decals game. Has an old vehicle with a matte paint finish. There are all of 13 decals on this vehicle, so something like this would be not that difficult to do on either this car or any of the other cars on the game. I should comment about a few of the decals. It's not necessary to put as many as 13 decals on your car. If you're thinking of doing a race style or rally style car, it's probably a good idea to put a number on it. The numbers usually fit in some sort of a box or circle or some geometric shape usually. They can be on the sides as well as other parts of the car. Now, to do my multi-colored box here, or set of circles, I projected a circle straight onto the car when I use the camera ability to apply your decals or view the car from different angles, and hit the plus when it was straight on to the side of the car. I applied a circle and moved it to where I wanted the number to appear on the car, which is the outer white circle there. I then symmetried that so it appears on both sides of the vehicle. Now, to make the smaller circle, I then duplicated that decal, which would appear on both sides of the car. I would have had to change the color, so I used one of the 4 color bars to slide the white to black. And I'd made the circle just a little bit smaller. So that gives me the black ring inside of the white when I put another decal over top of that, which I changed to yellow, the color of yellow, and used fairly high intensity of yellow. I think I darkened the yellow slightly so it wasn't extremely bright. And that gives me a line around my yellow by making the yellow just a little bit smaller. Now, I did something sort of sneaky here when I did the number. I chose the number 8. The reason I chose number 8 is because I could then use symmetry and it would be applied to the same place on the other side with numbers or letters that are not symmetrical. If you use X symmetry or mirror, they come out backwards on the other side. Or if you were to use a 2-digit number or a multi-lettered word, it would come out backwards as well, just as the decals there on the door do if you use symmetry. So I just chose 8, which makes it very easy for it to be symmetrical on both sides, and made it fit in the circle fairly well by adjusting either or both the height and the width. Now for the DDB, then there's some wording underneath it there I cannot read. I forget exactly what the decal is, the wording underneath. If you were to use symmetry on that, is one of the pre-selectable logo decals from the game, and I just projected one on there. It is square on. I may have put a box in behind it so I know exactly where that decal is when I symmetried the box that the decal fits into. I would have projected one straight on, just as I did to the other side from this side, and it would be in the same place. It's not DDB with the other decal on the other at the same end of the B as on the other side. I just put them both in the same place. And I would have had to do the same with the other decal, which has words and a dragon head on it as well. It cannot be symmetried. And I just plastered a couple of decals onto the back there, given it's a gentleman's rally car. I did not put that at funny angles or anything. That could be done if you want to get a little more fancy, and you could put more decals on the car when you're doing a full race style car. So that's pretty much it for how to do a simple race style car in the game. You could actually add stripes and various other things to it as well, wings, flame decals, and things like that, or even some, I believe there's some in the tribal section that would fit fairly well, or you could make your own by using the various shaped decals and come up with something of your own. So let's go see what this looks like out on the track in various different lighting conditions. I'm going to do 3 short races where I will not talk over the race portion of the video. I'm going to have to go select my E section here. We're going to do fast cash, where the only reward is cash and experience points. There are no other bonus such as blueprints available when you do these races. I'm going to do all 3 style of races, starting with street. And a little fancy down there, kind of go a little bit sideways, show off the decal scheme a little better. When you decal your car up, not only do you get to play with it when you're offline, you can bring it with you when you go online, and you'll see other players come there with their decal schemes, and they may actually give you some ideas and something you might want to try on your cars. Now let's do some drifting. The other advantage going into fast cash, you can select which type of race you want to do, and it's a good place to test your cars when you want to compare them more after you modify them to see if they do something in particular that you wanted to have done. And one more short race. We're going to go to a drag race. These are usually quite short, under 20 seconds, with some cars that can be under 10 seconds. All my races were offline, so we didn't get to see anybody else show up with their custom decal scheme. If you go online, you'll be able to do that. If you check some of my other videos, you'll see some other simple schemes and some more complex schemes I came up with. So when you decal your vehicles, go show them off when you do some online racing with them, and other players can see what you've come up with.